Long before there was any earth, sun, or stars, God was living. He always was. The very first story in the Bible tells how God made the world and everything in it. In the beginning, God made the heavens and earth. At first, the earth had no shape and was empty. Everything was dark, but the Spirit of God was there. God said,
"Let there be light."
and there was light. Then God separated the light and the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. This was what God did on the first day, and God saw that it was good. Next, God separated the waters and put a space between them. God called this space the sky. This was the second day, and God saw that it was good. On the third day, God caused the waters to be gathered so that dry ground would appear. God called the dry ground land, and He called the gathered waters seas. And He saw that it was good. That same day, God said,
"Let the land be filled with many kinds of trees and plants."
And it was. All the plants made seeds, and all the trees had fruit with seeds, so that there would always be plants and trees. And God saw that it was good. On the fourth day, God made lights in the sky, the sun and the moon and the stars, which made light for the earth and marked the seasons. The sun was for the day, and the moon and stars for the night. God saw that it was good. Next, God caused the seas to be filled with fish and other living things. God also made birds to fly in the sky. God blessed them and said,
"Reproduce and multiply, and fill the seas and the earth."
This was the fifth day of creation, and God saw that it was good. On the sixth day, God first made the animals that live on the land. He made livestock, and wild animals and creatures that crawl on the ground. There were no farm crops yet, because there were no people to grow them, and there was no rain yet. Plants and trees got their water from mists that came up from the ground. God had created a beautiful earth, filled with fish and birds and all kinds of animals. When God finished making all these things, He looked at them and was pleased. Everything He had made was very good. But God was not yet finished. Before the sixth day ended, God planned to make something else, something very special. God said,
"Let us make man in our image, so he will be like us."
He formed a man, Adam, from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. So Adam became a living person. Now the Lord had planted a garden in Eden. There were many trees of all kinds in the garden. They were very beautiful, and their fruit was delicious. In the middle of the garden were two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Lord God took Adam and put him in the Garden of Eden. He told him to care for the garden. God allowed Adam to eat the fruit of all the trees in the garden, except one. God warned Adam not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
"If you do, you will surely die,"
God said. Now the Lord God said,
"It is not good for Adam to be alone."
So God decided to make a helper who would be just right for Adam. God brought to Adam all the birds and animals he had made, so Adam could give them names. But none of these creatures was just right to be Adam's helper. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. Then God took a rib from Adam's side and made a woman, Eve, from the rib. When Adam woke up and saw the woman, he said, "This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh." That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife. The two of them become as one. God told Adam and Eve to have many children so that people would live all over the earth. He also told them that he was putting them in charge of all the fish and birds and animals of the earth. God saw all he had made, and it was very good. When God finished making man and woman on the sixth day, his work was completed. So on the seventh day he rested. He made the seventh day a holy day, because on that day he rested from all the work of creating that he had done.